Okay, so what we've done then is other methods where we've used the piece with fins on, shaped it, and then we'd have taped it to the membrane behind, and then we'd tape into the corners. Now, this is my preferred method. The other side works fine. But this is just my preferred method because I've never had a fail in this, using this system before. That it was good. Now, the black tape here, which is onto what is representing the RSJ, the steel, I'm using a standard duct tape. That, in reality, isn't used. We would use the same Passivhaus Airtightness tape on the steel and the membrane as we do here. I've got to get it off again. So, therefore, I've used a different tape. But in reality, when you actually do this, make sure you use the correct tape onto the steel because it will stick. You just need to make sure it's dust-free. So, we've done the base, we've kept it tight into the corners, and also we've reinforced the corners with a piece of tape. Again, take your time. Do not rush this. Make sure that the end result is going to do the job it needs to do, because it gets expensive when you have to go around and redo stuff.
Excellent, John. Just asking you to just reiterate again why this is your favourite method. I know you touched on that it's never failed, so you've picked up on that, which is, I think, pretty important. So, suggesting then that the other method, is that on occasion you've seen that fail?
That's exactly it. I have seen the other method fail when they did a negative air test where the tape was pulled off the steel and has revealed leakages in corners, but most of the time they still get a really good result. I just do this because it's a method that I developed actually doing the job, and I've not had a fail so far. So if it works, keep it working.
Yeah, and so just to clarify, you've got 2 lots of test on tape, one up to the beam, one from the beam. That's it. And in theory, you'd have the third as well with the test gun to the steel.
The steel here, yes.
That's it. And it is quite a tricky process because I've sat back and watched you do this, and just how tricky it can be. I think it really is quite a challenging piece of work for somebody to get the practical implication of it.
Yeah, it is a bit fiddly. It is. It's not an easy thing to do. It looks more awkward than it actually is because there are lots of tapes. The tape won't stick to you, lots of corners. But stick it out. Take your time. Do not lose patience with it because the end result is what you're after. And if you get that end result and you get a positive result from that, it's worth spending that time. So, take your time. Follow the principles. Make sure those little air holes are all filled in and all the creases are filled in.
Yeah, so I'm picking up from yourself that you would rather take the time up front and then guarantee a quality air test so that you don't have to go back. Because if you have to go back, it will be even more tedious for you.
Yes, redoing work is not just tedious, it's frustrating. It's time-consuming, and it costs money. So, therefore, take your time. Now, you also may get told not to use too much of this tape. These tapes are expensive. We know that. But in the long term, it's cheaper to use an extra roll of tape on a house than somebody having to come back and retest because it's failed. Do the air tightness correctly first time. Take your time, attention to detail, get it right, because it will save you time and money in the long run. Do not be too tight on the tapes. Use it within the common sense way. Use it where you need.
That's an important message. I can hear those words ringing as I'm practicing and implementing it myself on my own retrofit in the future. Especially with a Yorkshire man, like you said, don't be too tight. Make sure you spend the money, invest up front. So, really important message.
Be sensible. If you need to use a piece of tape, use it. Don't not use it. Just don't waste it. because if you're wasting it, then it's not doing any good for the build. It's the right tapes in the right way for the right job.
Brilliant.